Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vera. This week we have $330 to cash stuff. Can you guys believe it is the first week of June? That feels so crazy. Like you guys already know, I said that May and April, well, April went by so slow, but May went by so quickly, and I love that for us, kind of. I appreciate the time, but I also appreciate the fastness, you know? Anyways, here is the first binder we're gonna dive into. As per usual, we're going to go with medical first. And this week, I believe almost all of the envelopes are going to get touched. We are doing a little bit less than normal, like I said we were going to last week. $330 is more than we did last week, but about $200 less than we do normally. So, you know, priorities had to take place. Medical is going to get $30 this week. I also think the denominations might get a little bit wonky, so we will just have to see how it goes. Medical now has 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 340, 350 rather, 370, 390, 400, 410, 20, 25, 30. 430 in medical. That feels like a really awkward amount, but it is what it is. Car maintenance is gonna get 25 this week. 20 and 5. Car maintenance now has 100, 200, 220, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 285 in car maintenance. Month ahead is going to get $25 as well. 25. Month ahead now has 100, 200, 250, 300, 320, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 400 in month ahead. Wow. I know I just got done filming for last week, but I'm just now taking that in, $400. All right, back to school is gonna get a bunch this week. Like I said last week, in a perfect world, we would be putting almost like $80 into here every single week, but that just seems so unattainable at the moment. But I can do 50 this week, so let's do it. 20, 40, and 50. I'm just trying to get a couple months ahead on this, y'all. Back to school now has 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 40, 60, 80, 500. Wow. 5, 10, 20, 25. That is incredible. Incredible. We haven't reached even 2 months ahead in this because there is a deposit that we're going to have to pay, but that feels good. That feels really good. Celebrate is going to get a little something this week. We're going to do $10. Wow, I'm a mess. $10 into Celebrate this week. So Celebrate now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 160 in Celebrate, which is amazing. We've been kind of throwing out ideas for one of our children's birthdays at the end of the year, and so many ideas. At first, I didn't think we were gonna throw a party, just because we've been doing the parties every single year, and although it's always fun, it's always great, it just kind of gets expensive, which obviously is like on us, like completely, like it doesn't need to be, but like, you know, you have to think of like cleaning and food, a present, I don't, you know the things. But anyways, we've been thinking about renting out a place this year, if anything, just because this year, like you've seen, obviously, we're starting school this year. So there's going to be friends. And also, we're starting sports this year. So we're going to have sport friends on top of school friends. It's just going to be a lot more than we're used to. So maybe doing it somewhere else, we won't have to worry about like cleaning our house and like parking and the entertainment also, like just going somewhere, it's just easier in my head. Let me know if y'all think that's true too, but it's good that this is racking up, is what I'm getting at. Gifts is also going to get just a $10 bill this week. 10. And now it does have less than Celebrate because I took out money for my nephew now. So we've got 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. No. Lord have mercy. Okay. 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105, 110. Perfect. $110. Travel is gonna get $50 this week again. Ooh, my last 20. And a 10. I feel like the denominations are definitely gonna get wonky, but we'll see. Travel now has 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 300, 310, 20, 25. 325 in travel. And if we go to travel, or if we go to visit my in-laws in July, like I mentioned, it's expensive. Each ticket is about $300, if not more. So just to think that we only have a quarter of what we need, kills me. But you know, it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. Kitty Cats is getting $25 this week. 10, 20, 25. So Kitty Cats now has 100, 200, 220, 30, 40, 45, 50. 250 in Kitty Cats. Boo is going to get $5 this week, just like last week. They are so far ahead, like I mentioned. So even $5 is probably more than I need to put in at this point, but I don't want to skip them. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 155, 160 in Boo. Peach, you guys know, gets the same amount as Boo, and that's going to be a $5 bill. Peach now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 55, 160. Perfect. For anybody who doesn't know, Peach and Boo are my babies. Date night is going to get skipped. I'll count it though because I'm not actually sure how much is in here. So date night got 0 this week, but it has 20, 40, 50, 55, 60. $60. And I know I mentioned a little bit ago that it might be used for Father's Day. And honestly, it still might. I haven't considered what I'm going to get yet for my father and my father-in-law. I know what I want to get my husband, but I just don't know where that money is going to come from as far as if we're going to overspend the budget like we did with my mother-in-law. I don't know. I'm very just go with the flow. I hope you guys have noticed, but it probably is annoying. Washer and dryer is also going to get skipped this week, but I'm going to count it as well because I can't remember how much is in here. Washer and dryer has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 40, 150. That's actually amazing. And we don't need a washer and dryer anytime soon. This is just for the future. Always Something is going to get 25. We're going to have to do 25. I do not know what's happening right here. I think Father's Day is going to get a lot of 5s. Anyways, Always Something has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, no, 260, 270, 280, 85, 90, 95, 300. 300? Wow. You guys, it's just not hitting me how much money I have in each of these envelopes. It looks like I already need to do another condensing just because I've been using the money that I used from the condensing last time, which, as you guys know, is just a bunch of 5s and 10s, basically. I really need to go in here and empty some of these out and take some money back to the bank as well as condense. I did ask my husband about like what he thought would be better. Getting the Ally Bank account or just putting it in our high yield savings account that we already have. And he wanted to do the latter, which is not what I wanted to do, but it's all the same. So it's not that big of a deal. We just have to keep it, written down or in our mental notes about what money is for what. And most of it we're not going to really touch anytime soon, I don't think. The money that's going into the bank, at least. So it works out. Anywho, on to holidays. Skip. One day we'll start stuffing these again. All right. There we go. Are we in the frame? Father's Day is getting 25 this week, actually. And I think that's all of my 5s. 5, 10, 15. All right, perfect. So 10, 15, 20, 25. This is such a crazy, look how many smaller bills are in here. Definitely need to get rid of this folder. Can y'all even see that? I'm so sorry. I didn't know if I was in frame or not. So Father's Day has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Nope. Is that right? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's start over. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, 80, 90, 200, 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. 275. Perfect. Because next week is going to be the last week of putting money in here. And I'm going to put 25 in next week to reach 300. And we'll see how far that gets us. Woo! And then we can start stuffing other things with that money, which will be amazing. And as per usual, every single week, you know it, Christmas gets a 50. This year is kind of like an experiment. I already told y'all that I'm gonna try to reel it in when it comes to gifts because my kids are so young. They're not gonna remember the gifts. They're happy with anything that they have. We actually have so many gifts from last Christmas that we haven't even opened. So yeah, we need to filter through those. Honestly, re-gift them if we need to. Yeah. I do not need to spend as much as I have been, but I do love Christmas time for the angel tree and that kind of option to donate, just because it means a lot to me, and I love fulfilling those wishes. So I'm not going to stop doing that. I will spend so much money on that, just because I can and I have the opportunity. But as far as my kids, they don't need it. They have grandparents that will spoil them. They have a great grandma that's going to spoil them. And they get basically everything they want throughout the year anyways, so why do we need to wait until Christmas to give it to them, you know? Anyways, that's just my spiel on that. We'll see how it goes. Y'all keep me accounted for, like, why'd you buy that for them? I'll let you guys know how much I spend at the end of the year on Christmas. I love watching those videos, by the way. This is so, like, off topic. But those videos that are like, what I got my kids for Christmas. I love those videos. I probably won't make it, but if you make them, let me know because I will watch it. Anyways, Christmas now has 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 420, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500. Oh, wow. 500. Like I said, I know I just counted these because I filmed the other video, but like it is really just sinking in how much money we truly have saved already. And I know for some, like that's a lot, and I know for others that's nothing compared to what they have saved already, but like, wow, I'm blown away. Anyways, thank you guys as always. I'm so appreciative of your support. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. And you guys know I'll see you in the next one. Bye!